Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Ah, Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Oh, oh, oh. Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Ah, Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Ah, Mr. Webber's Web o' Mystery. Oh, oh, oh.
Not quite so many creaks in the old mic stand anymore. I have to leave it out in the rain or something. Hey everybody! Welcome to Mr. Webber's Web of Mystery. It is a fun show in which I, your good pal John Webber, play an old-time radio show for you and hopefully give you something new to love in the world of audio. I am an old-time radio fan, and a lot of folks who have never really dabbled in old-time radio before might not know what they're missing. So I'm here on the Web of Mystery to catch you up in my web. Oh, mystery. Great gang in the chat as always. Hello, Raphael. Hello, Mr. Townsell. Where is DJB? Diana J. Brody is with us, and I saw that Chris was with us as well. You know, this is so funny because when I was a little kid, I loved Romper Room. And my name, obviously, is John. And I used to always love when she would have Magic Mirror. Do you remember? And it was basically the mirror frame. It was just her face. But I guess the magic was that she would see people at home and she'd be like, hi, oh, I see Jimmy and I see Susie. And I'd be sitting there, my name's John, for heaven's sake. And she's like, and I see Jerome and I see Jack. And she would never say my name. I never had the feeling she saw my name. Anyway, if you join the show and join the chat, I would love to say your name. It's one of my favorite parts of the show is having this chat. And Joe Townsell saying, I love my alluring alliteration. He does, folks. He does. I know Joe really, really well. He very much loves that alliteration. Raphael says, I'm an old radio fan. Yeah, that's all we're talking about, being old here. We're not talking about the guy with the gray hair who's clearly on in a few years. We're just talking about right. Raphael remembers. You remember and was okay. So they all had a name like Miss Jean or Miss Stacy or Miss Jane, the lady who was on Romper Room. Yeah, she never said Raphael either. I like to know what payola was going on. If you ever change your theme song, I'll be so bummed because I literally catch myself singing it throughout the week. Why, thank you, Diana. I have to say, I think we've hit a sweet spot with this theme. I'm not sure this one's going anywhere. I think I might be keeping this one forever. They might be playing this one at my funeral. Could happen. I don't know. Could happen. Okay, let's... Oh. Joe says, Romper Room Lady did say Joey once, which is actually my legal name. I had no idea Joey was your legal name, Joe. Oh my gosh, that makes things very different. So we're addressing you by a diminutive of your name every time we call you Joe. I love that. Oh, you're kidding me. Romper Room Lady never said Diana? One of the most gorgeous classic names of all. Oh my gosh. What in the dickens was she saying then? I don't know. I'm sure if I talked to my cousins, Christopher and Barry, and I'm sure they were like, nope, she never said my name either. I don't know what name she was saying. Let's get to the subject here. let us get back to the subject this week as part of Old Hollywood Month. Is that what we're calling it, Joey? See, now I'm going to call you Joey all the time, knowing it's your legal name. Joe, is it Old Hollywood Month? Is it Hollywood Month? I can't even remember what I declared this was. So, of course, I'm dumping it on my co-producer to tell me everything. Hollywood Month is just a chance for me to try to goose the ratings, but also to play you some really fun shows. And some of these shows are not shows that I loved as a fan growing up, because you know my story, right? I got a bunch of radio shows from my mom. It was like a special Christmas present from her because it was something that she thought of that maybe I would like. And she knew I had attention deficit disorder kind of stuff going on in my mind and not a big reader. So she gave me some cassettes with radio shows on them, and I loved them. I listened to them over and over, and I'll still I'll still listen to a bunch of this stuff, from my childhood now. This was a show that I didn't particularly like, and part of it was because it is very subtle in its creepiness and foreshadowing. It's ominous. It really, when you've got a few miles on you, as some of us do, when you've been through some stuff in your life, the creepiness and the dread comes so much easier when you're a kid and I just love action and I love excitement and I love big laughs. But now that I like the more subtle things as well in life, I am in on this show. This particular one was really working. And I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm happy to share it with you. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I do. We're listening live, so you can tell me in the chat. And I'll certainly put people's comments and jokes and stuff up on the screen as we're listening, because again, I have ADD and I always need to be doing something. So this is great for me. It's a lot of fun for me. Let me tell you a little bit. What do I need to tell you about Cary Grant that you don't already know? He was born Archibald Leach. Archie Leach. And he had a very minor success as an actor and performer in England. He was actually part of a vaudeville act when he first came over to America. And he stayed, probably not legally, but he made his way out to Hollywood. He was a very good-looking guy. Eventually started to come up with the character of Cary Grant, the voice, the suave, demeanor, the just the coolness that we would eventually know as Cary Grant. It was really a character. As a matter of fact, when he made this show in 1950, he had kind of really run to the end of the road. He'd run out of track being Cary Grant. He actually said at that time, to play yourself, your true self, is the hardest thing in the world. And this show, I think, this is my theory, this show is one of the big steps that he took to deepen his acting and to use the skills that he had developed as a movie star and now become more of an actor. It really did help a lot that he was on radio, because he was also one of those actors who did a lot with his voice. And so even though it's still Cary Grant, I can still believe that this character is who he is in the story. Cary Grant's voice never takes me out of it because his acting work is really, really good. He is one of classic Hollywood's definitive leading men, nominated twice for an Academy Award. He received an Academy Honorary Award in 1970. He received the Kennedy Center honor. Don't get me started. In 1981, Kennedy Center has seen better days. I'll just say that. The American Film Institute, AFI, in 1999, named him the second greatest male star of the golden age of Hollywood. And if I had really done my research, I could tell you who number one was, but I didn't pay any attention. I don't know. Again, ADD. Uh, yes, that's true. I don't know. I don't know what the joke is. Transatlantic accent that he adopted. There's a movie called Archie. It's on BritBox right now. It's a BBC movie, and it is, the life of of Cary Grant. It's a very interesting version of the life of Cary Grant. And the best part is when he goes back to England, and everyone's like, "What is that accent?" No one in England has ever heard anyone talk like Cary Grant. Again, you made your persona a lot of times in old Hollywood in the 20th century. Anyway, we are listening to an episode of Suspense. It is called On a Country Road. And let me line that up for you. Let's see. I need to do this. I'm sorry. This is never smooth. Just want everyone to know. Does he ever do this well? No, not even once. Not even once. Oh, I wanted to play a silly little thing for you. It's no longer than 2 minutes. I hope you'll you'll indulge me here, but it's Cary Grant singing. It's no, you know what? We're gonna skip that. For your time at the end, we'll do that. Go straight into it. Okay, this is from Suspense and Escape Remastered by Charlie Stuckley, a really nice copy of this show. So, Charlie, thank you for all the work you did on that. I've already subscribed to you and given you a like on this. Let me blow it up for you. What I don't like that Charlie did here was he actually put a lot of information about this on his thumbnail. I don't love that. I would love for you to discover the show on your own. So feel free to not read. Again, from the guy with ADD. Let's listen to Suspense. This is November. I have this written down. November 16th, 1950. Cary Grant on radio, old time radio. It's called On a Country Road.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you On a Country Road, a suspense play starring Mr. Cary Grant.
Relax, David. There's no hurry to get home.
Oh, who can relax in this mess of traffic? There must be a wreck or something up ahead.
This keeps up, we'll get caught in the rain.
Yeah, looks like a big storm building up, too. Hey, remember that shortcut?
Which one?
Well, the little tarred road that goes across through Center Marches and comes out on the other highway.
One we took last summer?
Yeah. I'll turn off there and duck this pile up. I'd like to get as far as possible before that storm hits. Oh, why don't you put out your hand?
David, don't get mad.
Well, he cut right in front of me trying to turn into that gas station.
Maybe he needed gas.
Oh. Turn on the radio, huh? Now, there.
This afternoon issues
Sounds like
warnings to all residents of Long Island to be on the
Turn it
lookout
up,
for
yeah.
Nellie Goller, a middle-aged woman described as dangerous and insane. She escaped this morning from Rescue Mental Hospital after fatally butchering a doctor, a nurse, and a ward attendant with a meat cleaver. This is the same Nellie Goller who a year ago murdered 3 persons on a Brooklyn street. This station
my
broadcasts a
mother-in-law.
full description of our regular newscast, which
At least we aren't the only
follows
crazy people on Long Island. Why did they change it?
I don't want to listen anymore. Let's get home quickly, David. I don't like being out here with that woman running loose.
Uh-oh. Here's the storm. Roll up the windows.
In just a moment, Mr. Cary Grant in the first act of On a Country Road.
Amazing, Wilcox, amazing.
What's so amazing, Senator?
Your victory in the election.
My candidate's victory, Senator, the famous Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Why, everybody voted for the Autolite Stay Full battery.
You had plenty in reserve, Wilcox.
Reserve? Why, the Autolite Stay Full battery has over 3 times the liquid reserve of batteries without Stay Full features.
Didn't you campaign with fiberglass retaining mats?
Sure did, Senator, because every positive plate of the Autolite Stay Full battery is protected with a fiberglass retaining mat to prevent shedding and flaking. and keep the power-producing materials in place.
Why, your candidate is in for life, Wilcox.
Longer life, Senator, because the Autolite Stay Full battery gives 70% longer life, as proved by tests conducted according to SAE minimum life cycle standards. So, friends, get acquainted with the Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. See your neighborhood Autolite battery dealer now. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with On a Country Road and the performance of Mr. Cary Grant, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
Why don't they put her to sleep instead of just locking her up where she can escape and kill more people?
Put who to sleep?
That woman they were talking about on the radio.
Oh, she can't help what she does. She's sick.
Yeah. What good does that do the people who get chopped up with a meat cleaver?
I don't know. The laws were made before the doctors knew very much about the human mind.
I still don't know much.
Oh, I can see what it is. There's a roadblock up ahead.
What's happened?
I don't know. Cops all over the road.
David, I'll bet they're looking for that crazy woman.
Oh, I guess so.
I'll hold it a minute.
What's up, officer?
Just a checkup, folks. Anything in the back seat?
Only the blanket and the lunchbox.
We went on a picnic.
Yes, ma'am. Seen any hitchhikers?
No, just traffic.
Okay. Move right along, please.
Are you looking for a crazy woman?
Moving along. Let's go.
He didn't answer.
He's busy.
What are you doing?
Listen.
All residents and motorists on Long Island are warned to be on the alert for the escaped insane woman who is somewhere on the island. She is described as tall, broad-shouldered, gray-haired, and rather heavy. She may still be armed with the cleaver. 100 men are searching the area, and they're prepared to shoot on sight. Here's another bulletin on the case, which just came in. Just a few minutes ago, the decapitated bodies of an elderly man and woman were found
here's
by
the shortcut.
police near Center
They haven't
Morris.
found her yet.
This will get us out of that
I
traffic.
repeat that. The bodies of an elderly couple have just been found in their car near Center Morris on a lonely, tarred road. Police are certain they were killed by Nellie Goller, the insane woman now at large. Residents of the area are warned not to open their doors to strangers. Motorists are cautioned to stay off lonely roads and not to pick up any hitchhikers. All persons are asked to be on the lookout for this woman. Here is her description.
They haven't
again.
caught her
She's
yet.
tall,
Better turn that off,
gray-haired,
darling.
has broad shoulders
I thought
and
you
long
wanted to
arms.
hear it.
Oh, that's
She's
enough of
believed
it.
to be armed with the meat cleaver.
This shortcut will save us a lot of time.
You turned off the highway.
Sure, I told you when I did it. We've come over a mile already. Save us a lot of time.
But David, didn't you hear what the radio said about staying off lonely roads?
We only have to go across the other highway. It won't take long.
You sure?
Of course. We go past Center Marches, then take the left road and come out right by the highway bridge.
Center Marches is where she just killed those 2 people.
Oh, no. What can happen to us while we're driving? Besides, the whole island is full of men looking for this lunatic. They'll catch her.
Oh.
It's just a storm. Now, come on, quiet down. You're jumping.
I guess I'm silly. David,
What?
the gas gauge says empty.
There's still a couple of gallons left when it points to empty.
How long has it said empty?
Don't know. I'll get gas when we get across to the other highway.
David, I'm scared.
Relax, honey. Rain and wind always make you nervous as a cat.
I wish we'd stayed on the highway.
If I'd known you'd act like this, I would have.
Well, it's not my fault.
It's not mine either. I'm having trouble enough just trying to see through this storm.
David, let's not fight.
Driving through these burned-out woods in this kind of weather is enough to give anyone the willies.
Oh, goodness, it got dark so fast. I can hardly see ahead, even in the headlights.
There's something ahead.
Don't stop, David.
That's only a sign.
David, the crazy woman could be around here.
I'm not picking up anyone. I just want to know where I
Well,
am.
don't get out of the car.
I'm not. Calm down. Let's see. Center March is that way. Now, we'll take this road.
Center Marches. This must be the road where she killed those people.
Dorothy, please.
Sorry. I'm so jumpy. Turn on the radio. Oh, this is a desolate place. We haven't even passed a house yet. Miles of woods on both sides of
Well,
us.
it's so dark we couldn't have seen one if it were there. This rain seems to be getting worse.
David, I'm just sure this is the road where that woman killed those two people.
Oh, now stop that, Dorothy.
That's why the police had a roadblock by this road. That crazy woman might be any place in these woods.
But not necessarily where we are. Oh.
David, what's the matter?
Oh, that's fine. What a place to run out of gas.
Oh, no! David, you mean we're stuck here?
I'm afraid so, for the time being anyway. I'm sorry, dear.
That crazy woman is in the woods. She'll kill us.
She's nowhere near her.
David, quick. Turn off the headlights.
Why? Did you hear something?
David, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm scared.
I guess I should have got gas.
Oh, turn off the headlights, please.
Why?
She'll see us if you don't.
We won't see her if I do.
Please, David, turn them off.
Oh, now listen, Dorothy. Don't let this silly thing get the better of you.
Oh, just look at the headlights. Poking into darkness, nothing but wet bushes and trees. Rain falling. Please, David.
Oh, all right. There, now they're off. You feel better sitting in the dark?
Only the thunder and lightning would stop. And this rain.
Look, Dorothy, there's no sense sitting here all night. It's only a few minutes past 10 o'clock. I'm going to walk up the road a bit. There might be a house or something.
You're not going to leave me here. I won't let you go.
Dorothy, we can't sit here in the middle of nowhere for the rest of the night.
We're safer here than out there. David, she's probably hiding in the woods. She's just waiting for a chance to kill us.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. Why should she be right where we run out of gas?
Why
now?
can't she be here? Please stay in the car.
All right.
Lock the doors from the inside.
Why? What is it?
Now she can't get in here.
She's nowhere near
Oh,
us.
don't be mad at me, David. I'm so scared.
But if she's out there, she can easily smash the windows.
Oh, don't scare me anymore. I know I'm acting silly. I can't help it.
Oh, no. Come, let me put my arm around you. There.
Oh, David.
Oh, put your head on my shoulder.
Forgive me, David.
Well, go ahead and cry. Go on. It'll make you feel better.
Isn't there some popular music?
We're now in search for the escaped insane woman who has killed 5 persons since fleeing from a Long Island mental hospital. Rain and darkness are hampering the search. Over 100 police are combing the wooded area near Center Marriages. It was near there that an elderly couple were butchered on a lonely, tarred road. In making her escape this morning, the mad woman killed the doctor, nurse, and...
Let's leave it off for a while, huh?
So quiet and lonely here. Wish it were morning.
Look, Dorothy, I'll run up the road. There might be a house.
No, David, please. David, listen. Did you hear that?
What? I don't hear anything.
Listen. There it is.
No, I can't. It's a dog. A little dog barking.
David?
Well, I guess it's only a lost dog. Or maybe there's a house nearby.
Or the crazy woman. Oh, David! She's out there!
Something hit the back of the car.
It's her!
Is the door locked on your side?
Yes. Well, what if she breaks the windows? She's got a cleaver.
In that flash of lightning, I saw somebody.
Is it the crazy woman?
I can't tell. She's lying on the road.
Can you see her? Is she still there?
It's too dark to see. Have to wait for the lightning. I saw her. She's getting up now.
She'll kill us. She'll kill us.
Please.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She must have been running. She didn't see the car and ran right into it.
She's at the window, right next to you.
Oh, my Lord! Look at her! Get away from that window!
David, she's trying to get in the car.
Look at that face! And her hair! Go away!
Let me in! I'm not crazy! The crazy woman is after me! David, don't let her in. Let me in!
I'm going to scare her. Go away! Go away! We've got a gun. We'll shoot.
It worked. She's staring at us.
I'm warning you. I'll shoot.
David, she's coming back. Please, don't leave me out here. Please. That woman will kill me. Please. David, take your pipe. Hold it like a gun. It'll look like a gun.
Where is it? Oh, it's in the glove compartment.
Here it is.
Look! I've got a gun. I'm going to shoot.
She's backing away.
Keep going before I start shooting.
David, she's gone. She disappeared.
We can't get out now. All we can do is sit here all night and wait for help.
Can you see her? Where'd she go?
I don't know. She's out there, though. Probably planning on how to get in this car.
David, what are we going to do? She's the one I know.
She didn't have a cleaver?
She must have dropped it when she ran into the car. Her face is all twisted, her hair hanging down.
And she's back there looking for the cleaver now.
She'll kill us. She'll kill us.
Charlie, stop it.
She'll kill us. David!
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Cary Grant with Kathy Lewis and Jeanette Nolan in On a Country Road. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, Wilcox, what was your platform?
Why, the Autolite Stay Full battery. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Go on, Wilcox.
Well, we pointed out that the Autolite Stay Full has over 3 times the liquid reserve of batteries without Stay Full features.
Amazing.
Ah, but that's not all, Senator, because we pointed out, too, that the Autolite Stay Full gives longer life. 70% longer life, in fact, as proved by tests conducted according to SAE minimum life cycle standards. Then there's fiberglass retaining mats protecting every positive plate to prevent shedding and flaking and to give the Autolite Stay Full scintillating superiority.
How is your plurality, Wilcox?
Sensational, Senator. We got all but 1 vote.
Why, that's positively preposterous.
Sure is, Senator, because everybody's heard of the Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. So see your neighborhood Autolite battery dealer. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Cary Grant in Elliott Lewis's production of On a Country Road, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
The window. David, she broke the window.
Get away from there. Stay out of the car.
I'm coming in. I can't stand it.
Stay out of the car. I warn you. I've got a gun.
You wouldn't shoot me. Go away. You're crazy. We know all about you. I'm not the crazy woman. Believe me. Let me in. Don't do it, David. She's trying to trick us. Listen to me, please. I've been running in this awful storm. My car is stuck in the ditch back there.
How far back?
I don't know. It seems like miles. I heard about the crazy woman on the radio. I was afraid to stay in the car alone. Let me in. No, David.
Go back to your own car.
No. It's so dark and so lonely in this storm. I locked the doors, but I was afraid I could see things and hear things in the darkness. I couldn't stand it anymore. I got out and I ran. It's the rain. That's why I look like this. I'm not the crazy woman.
Dorothy, Maybe she isn't a crazy woman. Maybe she's just scared and exhausted.
Let me in, please. Let me in.
No, David, no. She's the one. I know.
The crazy woman had a cleaver. I'm not armed. The three of us will be safer together.
No, she makes sense to me, Dorothy. We would be safer with one more person.
Oh, David, I don't know.
Let me in, please. I'm wet to the skin.
I'm going to unlock the door, Dorothy.
David.
Oh,
All right. Now, get in. And make one move and I'll shoot you.
it's good to sit down.
All right. Now, there's a blanket on the floor back there. Try and dry yourself off with it.
Oh, the darkness and the rain. It was enough to drive me out of my mind.
Well, just take it easy, lady.
I ran and ran. All I could hear was feet chasing after me, hunting me.
Do you live near here?
Farther out, near Rescue. I used to live in Brooklyn.
Rescue is the mental hospital.
I know. I'm used to the crazy people. But not a night in a lonely place like this. Not the kind who kill people.
You live at Rescue?
No. Just near there.
David, we can't sit here not knowing.
If we could get to a phone. A phone? Why?
To call the police. Get some help.
No. Don't do that.
Why not? Why don't you want the police?
Oh, I do. But you'd be killed.
What do you mean?
The woman. She'll kill him if he goes away from this car. Oh. There's that dog. You hear it? Somebody's out there.
Well, there must be a house up ahead. Maybe it's barking to be let in.
No. It senses somebody. There's somebody out there. The crazy woman's creeping around out there. Quick. Let's get away. Look out, David.
Let go of me. What are you trying to do?
Start the car. Quick. We'll get away.
We're out of gas.
Out of gas.
I don't think we parked here for the fun of it, do you?
Oh. Such a desolate place to run out of gas. Stop barking. What does it mean? You can't just sit here. We gotta get away.
Oh, I'm not a magician, lady. I can't make gasoline out of rain.
Oh, we can't stay here the whole night. You hear me?
Let go of me. There's nothing I can do.
Try something, anything. Don't just sit there.
She's scaring me. David, stop her.
Cut it out. Cut it out. You'll have us all in hysterics.
All right, I'm sorry. Look, I got an idea. Give me your gun.
What for?
What for? I'll tell you. I want it. Give it to me. David, listen to me. I'm all right, but I can't sit here all night. I go crazy. Give me the gun. I'll go. I won't be afraid of the dark, the noises, the feet following me. I'll go. I promise you. But give me the gun.
No, sit down.
Please. I'll go. I promise. I can't stand sitting in the dark like this.
Can't you stop her, David?
I told you to shut up. If you don't, you'll have to get out of the car.
Not into the woods again. Oh, you're nice people, aren't you? Or do you want me to leave so you can shoot me? Is that it?
We're not going to shoot you. We don't have a gun. It's only a pipe.
Dorothy.
A pipe? A smoking pipe?
David, I'm sorry.
Then you're unarmed.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
David.
that's all right.
Why did you tell me you had a gun?
What difference would it make to you whether I'm armed or not?
I don't know you. Maybe you two are more dangerous than the crazy woman.
I'll tell you what I think. I think you're the crazy woman. The way you grabbed David when you wanted him to start the car.
Dorothy, stop it. Don't excite her.
Don't excite me. Why? Do you think I'm dangerous? An old woman you took into your car, two of you, and you're afraid of me?
I'm not afraid of you. Now sit back in the seat and don't try anything.
David, the storm is stopping. Maybe now is the time.
The time for what? What are you going to do? You two are up to something.
Oh, shut up! My wife meant now is the time to go for help.
I did not. I meant now is the time for us to escape. David, can't you see it? She's the one. She'll kill us.
You little...
Oh, stop it. Sit back in that seat.
You haven't got a gun.
No, but I've got a knife.
David!
It's my jackknife. but is sharp and strong, so don't try any tricks.
All right. Threaten me. Watch me while that woman is out there. All you can do is sit and wait for her to make the next move.
David, she can kill us like that old man and woman. They must have been on the same road. They were in their car, too. They must have let her in.
We'll leave then. The three of us will walk. We'll stay close together. We'll be quiet. Anyone hiding in the woods won't hear us. Don't get out of the car, David.
Oh, how will we find our way? It's too dark.
We'll find our way.
Look out there. The road's full of shadows.
Get her out of the car, David. She wants to kill us.
Kill you?
Now, look, if you want to go, why don't you leave? We're going to stay here until some help comes.
Oh, I'd be helpless alone if I had a gun or something. Your knife.
Oh, why doesn't somebody come? Where the police? I can't stand this.
Nobody'll come. There's no one in these woods. They're burned out and deserted.
Dorothy, come on, please.
It was your idea to use this road. He wouldn't listen to me and stop for gas.
I couldn't help it. I got lost.
Oh, why don't you do something? Not just sit here waiting. Do something before we're murdered. Are you so helpless?
All right. I am going to do something. I'll go for help.
That's it. Get help.
David, in her hand. I saw it in the moonlight. It glittered.
What is it?
Your wife is hysterical.
She was holding it. A long piece of broken glass, long and pointed. See? She doesn't answer. She's just watching us. What is she waiting for?
It's from the broken window. That's where she got it.
So what if I have it? I'm not going to sit here defenseless.
She's going to attack us.
Don't be silly. It was all right for you to have a knife. Why can't I be armed for whatever may come?
Give me that broken glass.
Give it to you. You think I'm crazy? You couldn't protect us from anything.
Oh.
David, what are you doing?
Why are you climbing over the seat?
I warn you. I'm through letting my wife be terrified. Give me that glass.
Stay away from me!
Once I left the car, you were going to butcher my wife. With that broken glass.
No! No! David!
Give me that glass.
You're crazy! Let me alone!
Hold her, David. Hold her. Don't let her free.
Wrong. Cut my arm.
You kill me!
Drop that glass.
Have you both gone crazy? You're trying to kill me!
Like you were going to murder us?
No, I wasn't.
Don't let her get free.
I can't hold her. She's strong.
If you have a knife, then I'll have glass.
David, hold her.
Much longer.
I'm not crazy. Please believe me.
You got my throat. Choking me.
Your knife. David, your knife. David. Oh, David, you killed her. David, you killed her.
I couldn't help it. I didn't mean it.
Oh, you're covered with blood.
She was going to kill us. There's some lights. A car is coming. Help's coming.
Hey there, you in the car. Why are you parked here?
It's the police. At last.
We ran out of gas. The crazy
What
one.
a night to run out of gas. You couldn't have picked a better spot. What with that woman running around loose?
Officer, we want to tell you.
A farmer up the road called us, said his dog's been barking at something.
We caught her.
Who'd you catch?
The crazy woman. She's in the back seat, dead.
What? No. No, she's alive. Hurt bad, though.
She was trying to kill us.
Well, we'll get her to a hospital. You two had better come with me. We captured that crazy woman a half hour ago. I don't know who this lady is.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Mr. Cary Grant.
Well, Cox, did your candidate's entire ticket get into office?
Yes, sir, Senator. Along with the Autolite Stay Full battery, the voters elected all of the 400 products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original factory equipment on many leading makes of America's finest cars. Generators, coils, distributors, voltage regulators, electric windshield wipers, wire and cable, starting motors, all engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
Next week on Suspense for your Thanksgiving holiday listening, Mr. Ozzie Nelson and Miss Harriet Hilliard as stars of Going, Going, Gone. And in the weeks to come, you will hear such famous stars as Van Heflin, Alan Ladd, and Cornell Wilde, all appearing in tales well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Suspense is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis, with music composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. On a Country Road was written for Suspense by Walter Bazar.
And remember, next week on Suspense, Ozzie Nelson and Harriet Hilliard in Going, Going, Gone.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Harriet Hilliard was Harriet Nelson's maiden name. Oh, hang on.
You can buy Autolite Stay Full batteries, Autolite Standard Type or Resistor Type spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
I have to say, I love the music by Lud Gluskin. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm going to let's see. Let me bag out of this and go back to the big picture here. Is that what it sounded like? I was getting a phone call. Cary Grant loved doing radio. Cary was very much a product of young Hollywood. So when talking pictures were really big and Mae West was still a big star, he, of course, co-starred with her in the movie She Done Him Wrong. And he was, well, you know, Mae West, she loved the young, good-looking guys, and Cary was certainly one of those. He would do a lot of radio, our man Cary Grant. And Chris, what an excellent compliment. I write more twists than Chubby Checker. Chris, a very good writer from what we understand. We can't wait to read your stuff. Cary Grant, actually, a week before he had done this, a week and a half before he had done this show, he started his own radio series. It was a comedy, and it was an adaptation of his last good movie. And he had not had a lot of good movies at this point recently. So Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House was a big hit for Cary Grant, and he turned it into a radio series, a comedy, a sitcom. He actually did it with his then wife, the lovely Betsy Drake. They starred as Jim and Muriel Blandings. It was basically like Mr. Blandings, you know, which was really the original story of the money pit, the house that just is never finished and it takes everything out of you, and you do your best to not be miserable because it's so hard to renovate a house. He actually left midway through the series. They only got about a dozen episodes in because he had been promised he would make a lot of money doing it. And for some reason, the taxes on his $3,000 weekly wage, the taxes were insane. And according to Cary, his take-home pay was $79 a week. There were people doing almost nothing in radio who were making that. So to be a big star and have your own series, it also helped that now that he was on radio, the movie studios were like, hey, hang on a second, he's available. He's doing radio. Let's get him. So he got much better pictures. And he started into the next phase of his career, which again wasn't so much about being the movie star Cary Grant and was a lot more about being the actor Cary Grant. And he did, of course, incredible movies. That was the beginning of the 50s. So everything you see him do in the 50s was kind of a comeback because, yeah, he had hit a low right about this time. That is going to do it for this episode of Webbo Mystery. Old Hollywood Month concludes next week, and that'll be a very special episode. That will be, then I hit it. There we go. We're going to listen to yet another episode of Suspense. I don't know if Autolite is the sponsor, but probably they were the sponsor for many, many years. We're going to hear an actress named Lucille Ball. Now, at this point, Lucy was known for comedy. She had a great sitcom called My Favorite Husband. She was hilarious. Just about every reason why people love Lucy started with her radio career in My Favorite Husband. But she also was one of these people who, one of these actors, one of these performers who like to try something different. And I'm telling you, this one next week, A Little Piece of Rope, is one of the sleaziest, grimiest, most sordid stories I think they ever did on Suspense. It is so sleazy. I can't even set you up for it. It would be, I think the video might actually get a hit if I were to say what it's about. So bear with me for another week. Join me next week. And that'll be, of course, February 27th, 7 p.m. On the Pacific Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. And yeah, actually, that was going to be the title I was going to use for the YouTube video show, was I Love Sleazy. And honestly, little bit of sleaze goes a long way. That's right, Raphael. My Favorite Husband spawned I Love Lucy. She was just one of everybody's favorite comic actresses, but what is she like in a really creepy story? You're going to hear it next week. A Little Piece of Rope starring Lucille Ball. Coming up this Sunday, I have not been doing my due diligence. Joe, I must apologize to you. I have not been out there asking people to give me clips of their guilty pleasures, but that is what Joe and I are going to do this coming Sunday, February 23rd, my birthday. And can I just say, I actually don't remember which number birthday this is. Isn't that awful? I sit down and I do the math and I just can never quite figure it out. So anyway, if you can figure out what somebody born in 1963 would be on February 23rd, that's my birthday. And little advice for my co-producer, Mr. Townsville. Final push for Clips for Sunday. Hit me up on Facebook. You can, of course, hit me up. Oh, let me get this off the screen. You can, of course, hit me up at this Instagram handle, which is also, I never go over to Twitter anymore, but it's my handle there as well. And I would like, yes, that's right. 39 again, Mr. Benny. Yes, Raphael, that's 30, not a day over 39. As sure as my eyes are as blue as the waters of Lake Tahoe. Yes, I will be 39. That is correct, just like Jack Benny. And what else can I tell you? Oh, next Tuesday. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Retro Trekkers, Joe Townsville, and I will be finally talking about the thing that doesn't get talked about enough, frankly, and that is These Are the Voyages episode from Enterprise. It is considered one of the worst episodes of any Star Trek show. We're not quite sure. We're not quite sure about that. you're going to hear a much more measured response from me and Mr. Townsend than just writing this one off, but we'll take you through it. We will recap and review it. If you want to watch it in the meantime, that's fantastic. And join the chat with us for that one. Can I say, Diana, Blue Sky? Yes, I am on Blue Sky. You can find me at John Weber. I joined so early, I actually got to get my name. Yes, that doesn't usually happen. Joe likes this episode. I'm a little more reserved, but I don't write it off. It's not plain and simple. It's not black and white here. And thank you for everybody. So I'm turning 62. I'm turning 62. Thought I was already 62. I think I'm one of those people who's like, oh, well, I'm in my 60s, and I should probably just keep it there. Honestly. Yes, Joe Townsend is on Blue Sky as well. Joe Townsend, you got the name Joe Townsend, I believe. I don't think you had to fight any other Joe Townsends for it. But with me, John Weber's, there's a million of them. We gotta look each other up on Blue Sky. And frankly, I gotta go over there. I haven't been on there in a long, long time. And that will do it. I try not to make these things. I can't believe I made you have to do the math. Well, that is one of your many gifts to me, Joe Townsend. You did the math for me. Oh my goodness. I am so happy. I'm so happy that you enjoyed this show. I cannot tell you. This is one of those shows where I always think, man, more people should know about On a Country Road. So thank you for joining me for that. And I hope with I Love Sleazy. Wait a minute. I Love Sleazy. Gonna be a really sleazy one. Join us next week for that. And hey, let's get out of here. Thank you, my friend. All right, here we go. I turn to my love. Rider Hat bids you adieu. See you next time.